Heartbreak on the hardwood, and a certain head coach's future is in question. Hello, I'm Abby Williams, and it's time for sports. Can't have ESPN College Game Day in our shop for legal purposes, but I've got my own Game Day U-Pay right here behind me. Next up, we've got the best part of the show, Face Off. Now, I think Brenton was so scared to face me that he claims to have the flu, or maybe he just doesn't want to get beat again. Last week's injury report looked like a CVS receipt, except I'm not getting any coupons here. When we come back, we've got a loaded show on some loaded bases. OU baseball opens up their season this weekend. 7 different Heisman winners have all taken the field here, but no matter the score every game, it's the process that remains unbeaten. I talked to the OU grounds crew about what it's like preparing Owen Field for a home game. Well, Kaylee Jo, when it comes to Mizzou's offense, a more accurate name might just be Mizzou. I'm right outside of Coach's Corner, the true definition of Sooner born, Sooner bred. 2 OU football players once suited up together in the crimson and cream, and now they're co-owners of one of the hottest new spots on Lindsay Street. From the gridiron to the griddle, Malin Wesley and Corey Wilson have seen it all. 30 years ago, the pair played football together at OU, and now, instead of winning games, they're winning customers' hearts.
That's what we try to predicate our business off of, is just having great customer service, meeting people where they are, always trying to leave an impressionable smile on everybody's face, and talk to every single body.
But it wasn't easy getting to where they are now.
We got our liquor license on the Thursday. We passed our health exam on a Friday. We put in a lot of work, a lot of hours. It's a lot of money that goes into this. This is not backed by a corporation. It's backed by 2 brothers who grew up for nothing.
And despite the smiles Malin and Corey put on for their customers, they still have their own battles.
I live with lupus. Silent killer. My daddy died from it at 55. I'm 52. So it's a struggle every day. But knowing I got the support of my brother, who I know gonna have my back whether I can make it to work, who tells me to rest and understands my struggle and lets me know that it's all right to deal with your issue. Because if you're not here, what good is it?
Like offense and defense, there isn't one without the other.
I get my strength from him, from what he goes through every day.
And that strength is what both men use to form relationships with everyone who finds a seat in Coach's Corner. Malin and Corey say you'll never find one without the other. Coach's Corner is open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and I can personally say they have some of the best lemon pepper wings I've ever had. Reporting live from Lindsay and Berry Street, Abby Williams, Game Day U. That's right, Brendan. I've been practicing my baton twirling in the break, but I just started today. Now, the Pride's newest featured twirler, Samantha Rose Rizzo, she is a pro. And even though she's performed on some of the biggest of stages, she is no stranger to the attention. She's new to Oklahoma, but she's been twirling that baton for years. This season, Samantha Rose Rizzo took on one of the most important roles in the Pride, and she's only a freshman.
There's a lot that goes into it. I spend probably 5 hours a day practicing on a daily, and it's just been years of training, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that.
You'd think when performing in front of thousands of people, you'd have a very calculated routine, right?
One softball game I performed at was actually all freestyled because I wasn't exactly sure what they were looking for from me, so I was just like, yeah, I'm going to look for the best and just do it.
Rizzo comes all the way from New York, where football games looked a little different.
In high school, we didn't have a marching band, so I just kind of picked a random song, and on Friday Night Lights, I just went out on the field by myself and performed, and it was a wonderful experience because the whole town just appreciated that I was able to do that. It was really exciting and a great opportunity, and I think without that opportunity, I wouldn't have been able to make it here.
And now that she has the Pride on the field with her, she says she loves having 300 of her closest friends there to encourage her.
The Pride is like a built-in support system for me. Like, I didn't think I would have made it this far into the school year without them. Whenever I have a bad day, everyone's here just to cheer you up. And it's not just me, they do this for everyone as well. Everyone's been so kind, and there's not a single bad thing I can say about this university. I love it here.
Now, Sammy won't be on the field here in Columbia today, but you can catch her back on Owen Field when OU hosts Alabama. Now, that's it from me in Columbia, Missouri. Reporting live, Abby Williams, Game Day U. Back to you in the studio. Heartbreak on the hardwood, and a certain head coach's future is in question. Hello, I'm Abby Williams, and it's time for sports. Now let's head over to the Lloyd Noble Center first. Saturday night, OU hosted unranked LSU with hopes of getting back in the win column. First half was looking good for the Sooners, and OU led by as much as 13 early in the second. But when it came down to the wire, the Tigers pulled out the win, 82-79. Now, head coach Porter Mosier's taking responsibility.
You know, my faith has always been the foundation, and sometimes you don't know why you're put in these positions. The good Lord puts you in these positions. But the only thing I know how to do is to pour into these young men and teach them and really try to show them to be better, to learn how to close out games. You know, you get in a rut like that, you almost play not to lose.
So this loss has many fans wondering how much it would cost OU to fire Mosier right now. According to On3, if OU was to fire him without cause today, they'd still have to pay him 75% of his salary. They did the math for us. $7.65 million is left, and unless he finds a new job, OU will pay the entire amount of the course of the next 3 years. Now, Virginia Baranchek's squad against Missouri Sunday. The Sooners had a slow start, down 44-40 at half, but more than made up for in the second half of the game, outscoring the Tigers by 20 points to win 82-66. With just a month before Selection Sunday, ESPN predicts the Sooners to host the first round of the NCAA tournament. Now over in the NBA, the Thunder get a break for All-Star Week, but there's no rest for J-Dub and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Team Kenny and Team Chuck faced off, and both guys from OKC were making plays. But SGA gets bragging rights as Team Chuck beats Team Kenny 41-32. In a doubleheader on Sunday for Patty Gasso's girls against Hofstra, OU softball run-ruled them, got the win 11-3. But that was just a warm-up game for the Sooners. Against Baylor, it was pitcher Sam Landry that recorded a perfect game. It only took 56 pitches to run-rule the Bears and win 8-0. Both Landry and Ella Parker earned SEC weekly honors. And OU baseball had their opening series over the weekend, hosting Lehigh and run-ruling the Mountain Hawks in all 3 games. Next up for the Sooners, they face UT Arlington Wednesday down in Arlington. Spencer Colson.